You just be mooching off her Prime account.
Bro, we married. It ain't mooching.
Well, before it was, dog. Before you were just borrowing access. That's wild.
Okay, but we don't focus on the past. We try to move to the future.
Dog, so when you gonna finally admit that you marrying her for the papers?
Oh my God.
I know this is a topic of conversation sometimes, but like now that you on the pod and like you in your comfort zone, like when are you just gonna admit it?
I didn't do that, bro.
No, I'm just saying like you're fine. You're in a safe space. Like ain't no one here to judge you.
Oh my God. No, I didn't marry her for papers.
Okay,
oh
just making sure, dog.
It's on site, bro.
Do you think
just because Ye chose violence don't mean you gotta choose violence.
Do you think that she married you so that like I'm not even gonna try to finish it. I was gonna try to play mental gymnastics.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't get there.
Like her being like, well, I gotta get you papers.
Well, no, like not only do I gotta get you papers, but I also have to let you know that I got you papers, so you forever indebted to me.
Oh, shoot.
See what I'm saying, dog?
Oh, no.
Like, have you seen Cobra Kai?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, one of the big things is Cobra Kai, the John Kreese, the antagonist in this, saved his friend from war. Like, they're about to die, and then the dude said, all volunteer to go and fight, because you would go and fight karate to the death, and the death is being thrown over into the pit full of snakes.
Okay.
And at the last minute, like, they were able to, like, beat these guys, stall, and then get rescued. So, like, they were about to die, like, getting ready to die, and John Kreese saved the guy. So from then on, all he would do is bring up the fact that he saved his ass in war. When it's like, hey, nah, we shouldn't be doing this. You know, I don't think we're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Was the right thing saving your ass in war? And shit like that, where it was like, all right, dog, like, yo, that was so long ago. Like, I get it. Like, you did save me.
Yeah.
But it's like, how long we go?
How long you gonna keep throwing this back in my face?
Yeah, like.
Honestly, if you're gonna do that, don't save me.
Honestly, right?
Yeah.
Because I want to be alive in a place where I gotta just owe you the whole time.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you think that's a possibility in your
Absolutely
relationship? All that being said.
No. But anyway, we're gonna actually start the pod.
So let's get started. Let's start the pod here. So 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the 2.5 Citizens podcast. I'm Zen.
And I'm Pablo.
And I mean, just like Ye, we woke up and chose violence this morning.
It's a violent morning.
I mean, the album, let's just kind of get into that for starters. So,
Yeah.
I don't know when exactly this came out because I heard a leak first. And I really only officially heard it just now.
I want to believe that, we're actually filming this on a Sunday, by the way, not our usual Saturday.
True.
But I want to believe that Ye chose to, like, put it out Sunday morning.
And let me check something because I tried to check
on
Apple
some, like,
yesterday.
On some, like, God on my side kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, 100% because the release date is January 16th.
That's what I'm saying.
Today.
I'm saying.
And when I went to Apple yesterday, I couldn't find it. Mm-hmm. And then I went to Spotify and I found it, but I don't have premium, so like it just shuffle played me.
Yeah.
So,
but let's talk about the lyrics, dog, because they're violent.
All right. So let's see if the lyrics are already up on. They're not up on Apple yet.
Here, I think I can find them on Spotify.
Let's see. Easy lyrics, Kanye. All right. You ready for it?
Yeah. Hit me with it.
So which part? The second verse is where he starts getting more violent, right?
Just that violent parts.
So some of the main things where and where we having the best divorce ever. If we go to court, we'll go to court together. Matter of fact, pick up your sis. We'll go to courts like Courtney.
Yep.
We'll go to courts together. I watched 4 kids for like 5 hours today. I wear these Yeezy Boost everywhere, even in the shower today.
Which makes sense with the rain boots, you know?
Non-custodial dad. I bought the house next door. What you think the point of really being rich for? When you give them everything, they only want more. Bougie and unruly, y'all need to do some chores. Okay, rich-ass kids, this ain't your mama's house. Climb on your brother's shoulder, get the top ramen out. He told his kids, eat some top ramen. You're not getting no Nobu.
Yeah.
This ain't Kim's house.
Yo.
God saved me from that
Ain't no
cash.
Fiji here.
Oh, okay. There we go. Get the top ramen out. Then he said, God saved me from that crash just so I can beat Pete Davidson's ass.
Oh.
Who? It says who? After Pete Davidson's ass, it says who? Question mark. He just took at him, but with who?
Yeah.
Like, who is this Pete Davidson guy? When everyone truly knows who Pete Davidson is and no one knows who Julia Fox is.
Right.
Like, everyone's saying who? With Julia Fox.
Yeah.
Oh, Kanye with Julia Fox. With who?
Right. But he twists the narrative. He said he's taking charge of his own narrative.
It's been really actually a really weird one because I'm trying to have this conversation with people and no one cares. Like, usually I can make people care.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, yo, Julia Fox. Who?
Yeah.
You seen that movie Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler? Nah. Well, there was a scene.
Yeah. That's how it was.
And she had the wagon.
Yeah.
And now Kanye with her.
Mm-hmm.
And they taking professional photos.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I don't know. And then I'll just be talking to some random old guy in a walker, and he'll be like, "You heard about Kim and Pete Davidson?"
Yeah.
And I'll be like, "Yo, how do you know about Pete and Kim?"
Yeah.
But that's where I'm like, it's not, this who thing isn't really a good one. But I don't know, man.
It's part of his mental gymnastics. Remember, he's taking care of his own narrative this year.
So he goes on live after the speculation was everybody saying that, like, he was saying they will not give me the address to my daughter's party. Not anything legal. These are just the games they playing.
Yeah.
Is what he said. And he said, I'm reclaiming my narrative this year. I'll be saying, everybody's saying that, you know, I bought the house next. Like, he's talking about all the narratives that have been going on. He's like, I'm taking over my own narrative this year.
Yeah.
And then we see that goes viral. Like, what, 2 hours later, we start seeing viral that he's at the party. Yeah. So it's so crazy because you'll start seeing, like, you know how it's not in chronological order? Mm-hmm. So you'll start seeing, like, posts that he wasn't allowed to go, post of him being at the party.
Yeah,
two posts that he wasn't allowed to go, 2 posts that he's at the party.
Right.
So it's like, it happens so quick. Then the next thing is Travis Scott allegedly gave him the...
Yeah, he's like, shout out Travis Scott. He gave me the address. You know, him and Kylie, you know, they...
And so that's kind of like, all right. According to what happened when Kim was asked about it, apparently it was Kanye's idea to have 2 separate celebrations.
Okay.
So I guess if you're being real, they're like, we have 2 separate celebrations, you would assume that means, okay, we do one with all the family without you being wild and making it about yourself, and then we can do another one where you make it about yourself.
Yeah.
But, like, he made this one about himself, too.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know what's going to be up with the other one now.
Yeah. So, you know, as a child from divorce, you know, when I see this, I'm like, okay. Because I remember the 2 Christmases.
I feel like 2 Christmases was dope.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of. I don't know. Honestly, no, you know what? I grew up, like, hating birthdays because of this reason.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because everyone wants to be the person who celebrates it, and then the other one feels bad about it. So it's still about them?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's about, like, who did the better thing for you, so who do you love more, not we want to do this for you.
And then at the end of the day, you're just like...
Empty.
Yeah, you're like, damn, I just wanted us together.
Yeah.
You know?
But they're like, I'm not going to look at his face. I'm not going to talk to him.
Yeah.
And
it's like all passive aggressive.
Exactly, because then they'll send you over and act like it's fine.
Yeah.
Go have fun. And no, go have fun. Let him know that if I see that bitch at the party.
Yeah, something weird. And then you're just like, I don't want to go anymore. And then you come back. Bro, this is why I hate places like Chuck E. Cheese. Then you know, like, dude, because that's what my pops would do. He'd be like, I guess I feel bad about what I did. I guess Chuck E. Cheese can make up for it.
I mean, it usually did, dog.
No,
you be forgetting. Like,
bro, you forget for like 5 minutes, and then you get home, and then your my mom's like, "Where'd y'all go? Chuck E. Cheese."
Of course, you had that rat ass bitch there. What?
So he can afford Chuck E. Cheese, but not send the check. Okay.
Yo,
and then you're just like, damn.
It's always something. Like, for me, because I didn't go through a full divorce like you did. I did the trial period. I had like the 2-week trial period of like the separation, and it was interesting because I would be getting toys randomly.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, huh.
The guilt toys?
Yeah, I'd be like, and then it was me and Roman was like a newborn, so like he'd be like, you pick which one you want, and then Roman can have the other one. So I always have first pick. Roman couldn't think of nothing. Roman couldn't pick shit. So like that was the time where it was like, all right. But then it started being weird because like I was wearing like the same shirt all the time.
Yeah.
It was like my favorite long sleeve Spider-Man shirt.
Yeah.
And then I found out then my mom found out she got it for me.
Oh.
And then it was like, oh, so you just wearing that Spider-Man shirt around my house, just disrespecting me openly like that?
Oh, it's all sight.
And then I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it was a Spider-Man shirt. It's comfortable. It goes with everything.
The movie just came out. It looked cool. Yeah, dog.
I was at Macy's. She told me to pick whatever I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, you wore that in family pictures? I didn't know.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. I truly don't know I don't know what you want from me. Yeah, man, it's weird. Have I ever shown you that, bro? We'll go through. So, there's this. Even in my wedding, it was on site with my parents.
Yo.
So, no, because I don't know if you saw it when we all took pictures when like the mariachis were going. So Elvira wanted like all the parents' picture. Mm-hmm. Like all the parents, and it was her parents, us. My mom, my stepdad, my dad, my stepmom, and they all got close. And then there's a gap this big between my stepdad and my dad, or like my stepmom or something like that.
Yeah, you can tell there's a division.
Yeah.
So I always wonder,
you could fold that picture and they're not there. You could unfold it.
Do you
and
think
they're
they spent that like in case we got to crop someone out? Let's just leave the space open for cropping.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
So I always wonder this is like, when do these beefs get squashed? Because I've been at funerals.
I don't think they get squashed.
Dude, I've been at funerals where it's like so think about that love triangle or whatever, and then the husband dies.
Yeah.
So like the previous wife and like the wife that was there are like keeping distances and throwing subtle remarks, and then people are running off crying, and other people are in the back, and the funeral's all spread apart between people who are on that side and on this side. I'm like, yo, this a funeral?
Right.
There ain't nothing. Literally?
Yeah.
There ain't nothing. Who y'all jealous of?
No,
what's going on?
And like the crazy part about it is my dad and my mom could care less about each other.
It's just
truly they don't love each other at all. There's no love. There's nothing. But there's still like some like.
It's all the knowing like, oh, so you usually had a judge. Oh, so how's she running the household? Oh, but whenever I told him to wear that shirt, he would never wear that shirt.
Yeah,
all of a sudden,
bro, on some stuff like that, bro. Like, oh man, it's
so now you choose to wear black ties. All right,
yeah.
Like it's always something wild. We're like, what kind of deep seated?
What happened?
Oh, so now you drink margaritas? How many times I tried to tell you to drink a margarita?
Yeah, no, dog.
But let's get into some news. It's been spicy.
Literally spicy. Scovilles.
Since we're talking about all this spice, allegedly.
Drake took the term hot ones to a whole nother level.
Honestly.
Allegedly.
So, super alleged. It just makes me wonder, like, how many of these random, like, Instagram thoughts is he with?
A lot. Probably.
Like, a lot, probably.
Yeah.
So, like, allegedly, there's this Instagram model, and they're hanging out, and he says, you want to go back to my place? Mm-hmm. And apparently he makes it very, very clear his consent, like, policy. Yeah. Apparently that was one thing that was, because when
like
when I first saw the whole thing, I was like, oh shit, is someone trying to out Drake, right?
Yeah.
And then it says, like, he was a very, very big on consent. I'm like, okay. As someone like Drake, you probably have to be.
Yeah.
So then you you can't just spontaneously get into the moment with things. Mm-mm. So he gets, he fills out all of his paperwork. She fills out the application or whatever she got to do. And so then he goes into the restroom, comes out with the condom on, right? Does his thing, goes back into the restroom, end of the session.
Yeah.
At which point she goes into the restroom to fish the condom out, starts allegedly pouring the used condom stuff.
Funneling it in.
Funneling it into, of course, try to get her one of them cash babies.
Which I don't think it works that way.
But it's worth a try if you're in that position, you an Instagram thought, and you just got Drake, it's worth a shot.
I guess she didn't even get the turkey baster. I feel like that
That's
would
what
work.
I'm saying. Something, right?
Yeah.
Something. So, long story short, she begins to feel a burning sensation and starts screaming, at which point Drake admits to having put hot sauce in the condom as a spermicide to kill the sperm. Mm-hmm. And then everyone starts being like, that's some Drake shit. That's the fact that he could think about that, have that foresight to be like, if the girl tries to do some wild shit like this, she's going to be in for a rude awakening.
You think he did like did he have like the little packet? Did he have the little bottle? Like,
I think he had the little bottle. I think he keeps the little bottle in the little side. Like, so I bet you it's like toothpaste, deodorant, hot sauce. Like, I bet you he keeps it in there.
So like it's like next to the lube. Like,
yeah. And he probably has a special like okay, wherever he puts his condom, because if he went into the restroom and put a condom on, he probably has a condom drawer,
right.
with whatever else he might
don't
need.
You?
Dog,
I know.
Dog.
I know.
I could count on one hand the amount of times I use the condom.
Boy.
I feel like
You're a wild boy.
I truly feel like I can count on one hand.
No, but yeah. So I'm sure he's got like the drawer, right? And then like there's probably like lube, all these things, and then and then the hot sauce for after.
Exactly.
And it's all labeled.
Yeah, he probably has the system. He has. He probably got it. He probably don't even have it in a hot sauce bottle. Yeah. He probably has like in some sort of OVO container.
Yeah.
Like just so it looks like
a cologne.
Yeah. So it does not like she's not out here. Look, where is the fucking Tabasco sauce?
And the thing that I think is weird though is like most condoms are clear. She ain't worried when that shit look a different color.
I mean, unless it is kind of weird. But maybe you're not thinking about that.
Cause bro, if you see one and there's red inside of it, you're like, oh, AIDS or something crazy. Like, I don't know.
But it's Drake. Maybe you think about it like that's the
secret sauce?
That's the secret sauce.
Literally.
Yes. So I don't know, man. For one, I don't know if anyone's done the real research. Even if it doesn't actually kill the sperm, it definitely changes the compound to a degree, right? Like it's gotta I bet you it's not gonna work the same.
Yeah.
That way. I mean, it's got vinegar in it. Mm-hmm. It
it has to be like a mad vinegar. Yo, what if he used the bomb?
Whoa, yo.
That's sadistic.
If he would have used like the last dab Redux or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be sadistic. Like Sean Evans is like sending them to Drake.
Yeah, like just on the side, hey, in the future, we got these specific ones.
Yeah.
It's beyond insanity.
Yeah.
They're definitely not going to try that again after this one.
Bro. But that's so crazy, though, that like he has to do something.
Of course, because everyone, you got to know, like, you're trying to do your thing and you're trying to have fun. And I mean, let's be real. When you're in that situation, it's you're trying to like think straight when you're not thinking straight. Mm-hmm. So like you got to have like these systems put in place, these checks and balances. Yeah, these checks and balances in your game because you can't always trust that like you're going to be in the right state of mind.
Yeah, it is. You do be thinking different when you're using that head.
You be saying things that you afterwards you're like, why the fuck did I say that shit? You be making false promises,
bro. The post clarity,
dude. The post clarity is ridiculous. You're like, damn, I agreed to clean the kitchen, didn't I? Yeah. Like you'll be thinking, you'll be like, fuck, man.
Oh, I gotta wash both cars. Huh?
Damn. She said, all right, bet, real quick, but you gonna take the trash out after.
Yeah.
It's cold outside.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that at the time.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like, you're just thinking back to all the...
I gotta put clothes back on. Huh.
So it's so lucky also that, like, we have wives, though, because when you start getting that with someone, like, you be saying things in that moment.
That sounds insane.
You be saying things you truly don't mean.
I mean, I've never had many, like... one night stand, so I don't know, but I would assume.
Nah, it's even worse because, like, I know you didn't have one night stands, but you weren't flirting over text message?
No.
Because that's the wildest thing.
Yeah?
Because you'll be saying some things via text in that mind state that you just like...
Oh, you're like, I'm not that flexible, but sure, I'm going to say this.
Not even. You just be like... Yeah, you just be talking reckless. Saying, I mean...
It's going to last 2 hours.
I don't even know if I want to say this story to you. when you're saying those things, you're not being for real.
Yeah.
You're like, this hypothetical.
Yeah.
Like, you should hypothetically come over.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just some of those things where you're like, damn, I done really fucked up. And then I really wonder, like, why girls and then we wonder why girls think men are trash.
Yeah.
We have dual personalities in life regardless. Like, all right, think about it.
Yeah, because, we losing a lot of blood. It ain't going to our brain.
And here's the thing is, the only time that, like, we don't get an excuse for that. Girls get an excuse when they're on their period and they're PMSing for the same reason about all that blood. Mm-hmm. No one be worrying about our blood. No one be worrying about...
It don't leave our body, though, dog.
Might as well, dog. Might as well. Because we ain't in our right minds, dog. We definitely ain't not. We're definitely not. So, I don't know. I just feel like we should be getting the same, like...
It's crazy, though, because it's kind of like being in Mario and you get the star, you know?
And then the weird thing is, too, like...
But also, like, you're not thinking straight.
You ever be getting, like, ghost things where you're like, yo, who around? Like, you ever be awkwardly like, yo, I'm in a room full of bros right now.
No, what the fuck?
Like, no, but you're not like, you're like, what the hell just...
Yo, the homie kind of cute.
Yo, I really think it's time to open up and start being able to admit when the homie's cute.
Okay.
Like, just for the sake of, like, because we all just we just all embrace this whole talking shit to each other. And, like, if we say something just slightly less toxic, then it's a compliment.
Oh,
but, why can't we just be like, yo... The homie looking cute today, right?
Yeah.
And then everyone agree that the homie's looking cute.
Yeah.
Build their self-confidence up for the day. Let them go out about in a good mood.
That's true.
As opposed to just being like, damn, bro, those are the shoes you gonna wear today? Amen. And then the whole day you just walking around thinking like, should I wear some different shoes? I was gonna put the Vans on.
Yeah.
I really was, but...
I didn't.
But I didn't. I thought this was gonna be it. And then you're just walking around thinking about it the whole time. The homie should be propping you up.
That's true.
I just want to say
we need to change,
up. We need to change the movement.
Yeah.
Make homies great again.
Ooh, make homies great again.
Because right now,
yeah,
like, it's been the thing where, like, if we ain't talking shit to each other, we probably ain't homies. Because the problem is usually you're nice to people you just meet.
Yeah.
And then once you know them, then you can start being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But, like, why can't we just build our homies up?
We not pieces of shit to each other.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
We're not, which is weird. Are we even homies, dog? Now that I'm thinking about it, dog.
Here's the thing: we're not toxic homies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
we're being the change we want to see in the world.
Because I got some toxic homies.
Yeah.
I definitely have some toxic homies. Where like all we be trying to do is see how much we can offend each other.
Oh God.
It'd be a mess.
I don't think I'm too sensitive for that. To be honest.
You ain't ever roasted your homie back and forth about their families until one of them hangs up?
Not since like high school, bro. Like I just, no.
I'll be talking about their kids, actually, their moms, baby mamas.
I vividly remember like after like 9th grade, I was like, this is exhausting. Like,
you're like, I'm not as witty.
Yeah. Well, no, I was, but I was like, what do I get out of this?
True, especially if you're not the best one. Then you just get a good one sometimes.
Yeah, and then
if you do, oh man,
bro,
don't get a good one on the good guy because it'll be like, why you talking? The second you hear the why you talking, you know you messed up and it's a wrap.
Or like, I hate this is what would happen to me. I'd be like in the shower, like, oh no, like I could have said this.
I'd be doing that with conversations. Like, I had a Bad Bunny debate the other day.
And I try to, like, start back up, and then it just doesn't work out.
Yeah, it's never going to be the same. It was in the moment. I had a Bad Bunny debate the other day because someone was trying to tell me that they didn't like their kids listening to Bad Bunny because, like, he's so overtly sexual and stuff like that. Like, he was talking about, like, for young kids, like, that whole ass-eating line that be catching everybody by surprise.
Yeah.
Like, things like that where I'm like... And, like, I was trying to, like, have my debate. And I had some points and stuff. And then I'm driving down the street the other day. And I'm like, fuck, I could have talked about how he modernized in Mexican culture. Like, I'm like, I had so many things I could have said. Yeah. Because, I mean, every artist does that. Like, Daddy Yankee was sexualizing people. But he thinks that for some reason...
Gasolina is a dirty-ass song.
But I feel like the way Bad Bunny does it, in his opinion, is, like... an extra level.
It depends also how much Spanish his kids know, because if they're like a Yo No Sabo kid, they just hear like They just like how the voice sounds. They don't even know what he's saying.
But that's me. But they know Spanish. Like
okay.
Like the that they live with and stuff like that only know Spanish. So like they.
Well, I think as a parent, you get that choice, right?
Of course,
because
part of me.
We're always saying don't censor the artist. Like or anything. Let the parents do their parents should just do their job.
But what happens is parents still don't do their job. They just. Because they don't do their job, they complain.
Just bitch about it?
They complain because they know that they're giving their kids a tablet with the whole world on it.
Yeah, because it's easier to bitch about it than to do something.
So instead, they're going to be like, it's so crazy. I'm giving them the whole internet. Can you believe there's crazy shit on the internet?
Yeah, no, I can't.
Yeah, it's like, dog, it's the internet. Yeah. Why would you give them a gateway to it then?
Literally. Even when cable, was big, there used to be parental controls.
I mean, I'm saying, and we have parental controls now, but to be honest, I don't even know if anybody knows how to use them.
Yeah, isn't there YouTube for kids?
Yeah, there's the kids YouTube, kids Netflix.
I've heard even in the YouTube for kids, wild stuff sneaks in.
Yeah, because people are crazy.
Yeah,
and people want to. I don't even know what people's goal is. You know what I mean?
It's just sickness.
I think it's just to be can I get away with it? Can I do this?
I don't know.
But let's get into a few other things here.
Let's actually start the podcast.
Let's start the podcast. So if we're talking about things that you don't want to see.
Yeah.
Jake Paul has become the highest paid athlete under 25. Mm-hmm. So the reports by Forbes, Sports Illustrated posted it.
Yeah.
Stating that he's accumulated around $40 million off of his 3 fights that he's had in the last year. Mm-hmm. So in that 1 year off 3 fights, getting $40 million as a YouTuber, basically, who has now gone into the arena of fighting. Mm-hmm. It's a crazy thing, in my opinion. Imagine, think about any other...
Literally any other sport.
No, but not even any other sport. Think about, when Michael Jordan tried to go play baseball after being a basketball player. And that's going from one athletic thing to another athletic thing.
Yeah.
It didn't hit the same. He didn't have the same type of career and be able to make a crazy amount of money from there.
Yeah.
I mean, even when a wrestler becomes an actor or something, I'm sure they'll get some big
But there's
paydays.
only one The Rock.
Exactly. And not only that, how much time does it take you to get 40 million off movies? Much time because
it took him years, dog.
Because you're on a set for so long, and then how long does it take before it finally comes around and figures out if it does well?
Yeah,
it's
it's just happening for John Cena.
Exactly, which I don't think John Cena deserves it. I've actually been getting really annoyed by John Cena on movies.
Yeah,
it's get him out of here. We don't need him.
Yeah,
we really don't. We have other big guys.
Yeah,
we have other big guys. We don't need him. But even then, there's that big turnaround and stuff. With this. It's almost this instant gratification. You're seeing the people there in the stands. You're seeing the pay-per-view numbers within the next week or so.
It's the most millennial thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy to see him truly take over that space.
Mm-hmm.
So that's happening, and it's just makes me wonder where, is this the crypto of sports? Because now we're not judging it by what traditionally we would. Someone coming up the traditional way. Now it's kind of who has the highest clout currency, but then mixed with who can have the highest clout currency and actually perform well enough to keep people engaged. Because he got he was always going to do it the first time and get the clout. Mm-hmm. But if he got knocked out that first time, he would have been like Nate Robinson and no one would have cared about him ever again.
Right.
He would have gotten one big payday. And then everyone would be like, see, he's not shit.
Yeah.
But he had to continuously keep up this game.
And strategically fight
pick
people
his opponents and
who he knew he could potentially beat.
So when people try to say he's not a boxer, well, he's just got $40 million boxing. So if that doesn't make you a professional boxer,
you don't know what does.
Then I don't know what the hell. Yeah. Because at this point, I started realizing professionalism isn't about actually being the best. It just means you get paid to do it.
Yeah.
So when a professional rapper comes out, it's not because he's the best rapper and he's a real professional at it. It's that someone pays him to rap.
Yeah.
Therefore, you're a professional.
Mm-hmm.
It's your profession right now.
Yeah,
wild.
You could be. There's YouTube skaters that are professional skaters because
they're posting enough to get paid off YouTube.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean that they're a sponsor.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that they have to go through it the traditional route.
Right.
Just means you're getting paid.
Yeah.
It's your profession. What do? I'm a professional skateboarder.
Yeah.
Yo, I've been hearing more. Bert Kreischer did an interview with Tony Hawk. It's so crazy to hear Tony
I love
Hawk
that
on
Tony's
interviews.
out there. He's like the best human ever. But one thing I do want to ask you, talking about Paul brothers getting paid, what do you think about? Do you think Floyd ain't pay your boy?
Nah, I don't think he did. Because like Jake is really on his business wave right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's just taking account of things and just being like, and we'll actually get into a few things on that side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he paid him. I don't know why he hasn't paid him and why he's already looking at other fights. I don't know if it's kind of like Jake has talked about like buying Mayweather Promotions and taking him out of bankruptcy.
Mm-hmm.
So if anything of that is true, there could be a possibility where like Mayweather Promotions is struggling.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why they haven't paid out yet. Maybe they're trying to figure out their legal, and maybe they're trying to figure out how they're going to promote the next fight. Maybe they'll promote one of their fighters. But I don't know. They're probably going to have to take it to court. I guess Logan probably doesn't want to have to do that because it's a lot. But it is what it is. But with that, him and KSI were rivals before. They were like the original ones. Like Logan and KSI boxed twice.
Okay.
And it was a big deal. A lot of people were paying attention to it because like KSI is basically the Logan Paul of the UK.
Okay.
So they're like at the same level. They're like
They do the same things.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they just do crazy YouTube content, and then they boxed, and now KSI went and did music, and his music actually charted pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Like did #1 in the UK and stuff. And
Wait, that name sounds familiar now.
he's a black dude with dreads.
Yeah.
That has the UK accent.
Yeah.
And basically they started doing all these promo announcements where it seemed like they were going to do a trilogy fight.
Okay.
And maybe finally settle out the differences and stuff. They had done a podcast. I think.
Or was it like stalemate twice?
So it was a stalemate once, and then I think KSI like won by decision on the second one or something, or vice versa. I think like one of them he lost and one of them was a tie.
I want to see what this dude looks like.
So they pretty much with this, they kept on making, like, he went on the podcast like a few months ago, and it was like the highest podcast they had ever done in numbers, right?
Really?
And so they actually got really acquainted well and realized that they're kind of like the same person.
Mm-hmm.
So months later, they were making it seem like they're going to announce this fight announcement, all to announce that they just created a hydration brand together that's going to rival Gatorade, Powerade, PepsiCo, and all these other crazy competitors, going to be in grocery stores and supposed to be way healthier for you. It's made out of like a high percentage of it is coconut water, and then other natural flavors and stuff.
Yeah.
It's called Prime. And so now they've gotten together to promote and boost
So like
this
a body
brand.
armor kind of thing?
I guess. I'm not sure. I haven't really tasted body armor.
Yeah.
But I guess so. So they're trying to like make a good tasting drink that's actually good for you, because they say that like Gatorade has not changed in all these years, and like there's progression and innovation in every other scope of like technology, but like not in hydration. So that's what they're doing. Mm-hmm. So now they're working together. Yeah. And now they're out here taking over the world with this hydration brand. So that's a crazy thing. It's a cool thing to see them set aside their differences. But while we're on this thing, the big topic of conversation is the fact that Logan Paul lost $3.5 million because he bought a fake Pokemon set. He spent $3.5 million on a fake Pokemon. Like he was talking about how he had the only original pack and all this stuff. And then people started saying it was fake because people started doing more research. And so then he said, well, I'm going to go to the place that graded it and verified that this was real. So he went, sat down with everybody, and they were looking at it, and they were talking about it, and then they busted it open. And automatically, once they busted open the cards, you could tell they were fake. Like the packaging.
Wow.
Then you open the packaging up, and it's just G.I. Joe cards.
I love that. That's awesome.
So he spent like $3.5 million on this fake box. So I don't know what's going to end up happening with that. I don't know. Like, I mean, he brought everybody there, and it was obviously fake. So
is he going to sue?
I think they're going to have to travel it back to whoever it was that like.
Yeah.
And then somehow maybe sue them. But I mean, there's no way they're not gonna give Logan some sort of compensation back.
Yeah.
Even though he did go make a video about it on YouTube, which he doesn't ever post on YouTube anymore. Got millions of views, so it almost evens out in a way. You know, like Mr. Beast out here spending millions of dollars on videos anyway.
Yeah.
So if he does that model in this case, then maybe it's worth it to them. Maybe that's why they did the whole video and stuff. But it is crazy how they'll like, oh, people are saying this thing about me, bet I'm going to like find out for real and make a video out about it, so then I get to monetize on both ends.
Right. And I guess he gets to claim a loss for tax purposes. Maybe.
I like you think you try to peel it back. I mean, you know he in Puerto Rico, so you know he talking about all the tax laws.
Yeah. Which Puerto Rico has crazy taxes, actually.
What do you mean?
They tax you for everything. When I was there, like, we were paying so much in taxes.
But
like, sales taxes is
yeah,
insane.
but I guess we're talking about like when all of the capital gains taxes and stuff.
Even when I was talking to the locals, they were telling me that their taxes is insane. That they, like, pay so much in taxes. And they were like, it's crazy because you don't, like, see where the taxes go. It's just kind of like...
it made it seem like people are going to Puerto Rico to not have to pay crazy taxes.
I mean, maybe if you're not Puerto Rican, they treat you fair. I don't know.
Maybe, honestly,
Yeah.
right? They don't be treating their own people well at all. I think they just want it to be, like, touristy and just want their, like, the people there to just, like,
Yeah.
work for.
I mean, dude, it's a beautiful place.
I'm sure because I've always seen it, but it's like it's kind of like Hawaii. Is it one of those things where like, are we appropriating by coming in here?
100%.
Because you know there's been
Yeah.
that big thing with Hawaii right now where
Yeah.
it's like these people just come in and kind of fuck everything up,
Yeah.
and don't actually appreciate what Hawaii is.
Yeah. And they just say, like, Hawaiian words to sound cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They just be like aloha.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, don't fucking talk to me.
It's like, what, bro, it's the equivalent of, like, you seeing white people in Cancun and they're like, hola. And you're like, cool.
See, I ain't been to Cancun. I haven't switched up like you, dog.
I haven't been to Cancun either.
Oh.
But when I go, I'll tell you.
When you go, so you gonna go? Y'all planning Cancun trips?
No. So the thing is like when I get everything like squared away, my dad, he was actually like, come back where like we're from during the summer.
Come home.
Yeah, like basically like come home and I'll take you to Mazatlan, which is actually in the Pacific. So it's the only beach in the north of Mexico, and it's on the Pacific side. And most people from the north, they vacation in Mazatlan. So he was like, just come through. I'll show you guys around.
I'm not going there no more. You heard what the fuck just happened?
No, what happened?
They killed a mayor. They
Where?
assassinated a mayor
Where?
in Mexico.
What's?
But in like central. So let me see if I can find it. Let me see if academics was posted. I don't know if
bro, that
Academics
just sounds like a
posted.
Tuesday.
But bro, no, like how they gonna do that to a mayor, dog?
Bro, that just sounds like a regular Tuesday. What do you mean?
No, it's wild. I'm trying to find it now because I gotta like.
But also, it like all depends like where you're at, bro. Like, I think about it, like with anything, like even people were telling us that like Puerto Rico's like this super dangerous place, like blah 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 blah. And I mean, we were there and we were
That
straight.
where?
Puerto Rico is like this super dangerous place, and then we were there and we were straight. I think places like that are dangerous if you actually don't look like you belong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like when they see you driving around like a big nice black vehicle and
Yeah.
and then they're like, oh, that works well for us. They're not from around here.
Yeah. Like anywhere in South America, we could go as long as we don't speak. Like no one off site would be like, oh, they're not from around here. We gotta like take them.
I don't know, man. We don't look like we're from around there anymore.
Nah, bro. We can blend in.
You could blend in.
We can blend in.
Bro, the second I say anything.
Don't say anything.
The second I have to say anything.
I'll speak for you.
All right. But even you now.
Bro, we could even go to the Middle East and blend in.
I could definitely go to the Middle East and blend in.
Yeah.
I feel like we could blend you in too. So
I
look,
could blend in, bro.
It was 10 days after his inauguration.
Okay. What city?
Benjamin Lopez Palacios was gunned down at his home in the municipality of... You want to read this, dog? There's a lot of X's. In the bottom part. You saw the X's I saw? You gonna try it? You gonna have to practice if you gonna speak for me, dog.
Okay, see, this is accent. This is Aztecs, though, bro. This ain't Spanish. No. When you see the X's, that's Aztec, bro.
But it's still in Mexico.
Okay, that's Aztec, bro. I'm from the north. That's where colonization started. It started in the north. So it's like the most like... It's not like this. The further south you go, the more X's you see.
Yeah, but that's more central. It was like South Central.
I don't know, bro. I can't do it.
You was about to let me try this? Sokolta? Kotla? No. Choco? I don't know. But yeah, that happened. And then one of the organizations took credit for it.
Hey!
One of the, cartels took credit for it.
They said we caught the body.
And and oh my God, we have so much to talk about in that case.
Yeah.
Why would you even bring that up?
What?
Why would you bring up claiming bodies?
Okay, who claimed a body? Who claimed the body? Oh, damn!
So then I sent this to you on the gram.
Yeah.
So that's where everyone was responding. So speaking of claiming these bodies, NBA YoungBoy in his most recent song, he puts out the song and it's called "Bring the Hook."
Yeah.
And in that word, he goes, "Boy, that Squid Game. O Block Pack get rolled up." The second you say a whole neighborhood and then say pack,
yeah,
afterwards,
yeah,
it's
war.
It's war.
Yeah.
And he goes, that Squid Game. O Block Pack get rolled up. Murder what they told us. Atlanta boy get fold up. Boy, get your hose up. These bitches throwing up green flags, which green flags are associated with NBA. Throwing that NBA up for me, set you up to bust your ass.
Yeah.
So, of course,
goes back to Quando Rondo.
Goes back to Quando Rondo and King Von. So, Quando Rondo is NBA YoungBoy's artist.
Right.
So, I'm not 100% sure where the beef started. I definitely know that like King Von would be in his car listening to NBA YoungBoy and saying he got cap in his raps. He ain't really doing none of this shit. We were really out here. And I'm not sure if Quando Rondo basically had to take the beef for the boss, being like, if you beef with my boss, then that means we got beef.
Yeah.
And then he started throwing shots at him.
Or being like, I wanna step up. I want a promotion.
Yeah, I want to rank up, so I gotta like show you that I'm with it. So, these people, meaning, O Block is Chicago. But after that, they moved to Atlanta because they got to get out of the hood. So Dirk and Vaughn were just chilling in Atlanta, doing stuff in Atlanta, just being around there. And at one point, he gets the drop. Apparently, Quando Rondo's at the hookah lounge. Allegedly. We don't know exactly how it happens that he gets there. But the second that he pulls up, King Von immediately hops out the car, and it's literally on site.
Because that's how he rolled.
Yeah. He sees Quando, and it's literally on site, hops out the car, and starts swinging. Second that a few shots get landed, one of Quando Rondo's guys hops out the back, boom, gets Von from behind, and Von's dead. And that's the murder of King Von. So now it's like, there's all what really happened. Did YoungBoy have this plan? Did they say if we see Von, it's on site? Did they already have this pre-planned to put this hit out on Von because of all of the beef on the inside? So now that NBA YoungBoy is out here basically like saying it in a sense.
Which is wild because he's still on house arrest, right?
Which is why I think he's doing this. Like, how are you going? For when he's in Utah.
Yeah.
Who's going to go to Utah? So basically, Lil Durk responds to this and he goes, "Don't claim it if you ain't do it. Still a bitch." The Voice.
Yeah.
So it's like that thing where it's like, if you're going to claim it, then you got to
Make sure you did it.
Make sure you did it because you're going to be taking responsibility for this.
Yeah.
And what comes with it.
Yeah.
If you're going to be talking about dead ops. So it's like, if you're really ready for that, then you better be ready for that. And, he's taking all of his pictures. Lil Reese, because DJ Academics goes, NBA YoungBoy on Demon Time right now. Sheesh. And he dropping a whole tape Friday. Lil Reese says, that ain't no Demon Time. He just rapping like the rest of these rappers all rap. And
that's true.
So, what do we think? Like, how do we feel about the O Block Pack getting rolled up?
I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, that's wild to put a target on yourself like that, but also like you said, like he's in Utah, like on house arrest.
Yeah, like what are they really gonna do?
It's gonna have to be something crazy. I think. Do you think he's going kind of like the 6ix9ine route, where it's like you have so much eyes on you constantly that like if something happens to you, everyone knows who did it.
Well, no, it's kind of like you're in
'Cause,
house arrest. You can't even leave the house. How is anyone gonna come and touch you?
But I'm saying like even if because also 6ix9ine didn't 6ix9ine say rest in piss to King Von.
Yeah.
So like if you put such a big target on your back, but you also know who's coming after you, then they can't murder you because everyone's gonna know who did it.
But then I wonder, like, because I was listening to academics talk about this, and brings up a good point of like, right now, this is obviously going to boost up NBA YoungBoy because everyone, like, right now, O Block's popping. Mm-hmm. But this is also going to set up O Block artists. Right now, if O Block's smart, you're not thinking about, man, we got to go slide. You're thinking, he just shouted us out. Mm-hmm. Now, anybody from our area right now that puts something out, people are going to listen to because they want to know the response. They want to hear the response. So you should be curating your move right now on like the music side, because that's like these fans are looking for one. Yes, of course they're looking for violence or whatever. Yeah, but they're looking for something. They're looking for a response.
It's a true crime.
Yep.
For men.
So they want to like. So now you want to see the next clue. Yeah. What might be the clue? We're kind of in the dark right now. Right. What does this really mean? Who really did what? Who's claiming what? Mm-hmm. Well, we got to hear what their response is about who's capping, about what really happened, about who slid on who, and about whose homies really died, and all these things that
whose ops is actually dead.
And this is the perfect time for O Block to really put something out. I mean, if with Von gone, you know what I mean? Like, I think there's that space open right now. Yeah. For someone to really claim the set, claim the neighborhood, and basically be the voice for it, which we also see comes with a lot of danger. It's kind of weird when they're like, we talked about like with the Mexican cartels, to be that voice, to maybe not be as active, right? But to be the person that has to talk about it and has to put his voice out there to say, hey, y'all want to disrespect the ops? Okay, I'll disrespect the ops then. Yeah. You know?
Right. To put that target on your back.
Yeah. To be like, all right, so who do we not fuck with? All right, then. Yeah. I'll make sure that everyone knows we don't fuck with them.
Mm-hmm. So then, but then again, not to take it back to 6ix9ine, but then what's keeping him alive?
Moving smart.
I guess.
The whole point is like not being caught lacking. Mm-hmm. So
but
it's like
supposedly he doesn't have security.
Yeah, but he also does things like when he posts his location, he doesn't post it live. Mm-hmm. He like posts it once he left.
Gotcha.
And things like that. So if he posts a house, he's like flexing, he already left that house. Gotcha. So like you're not gonna find him at that place. Yeah. And then he'll be chilling in places like he's not chilling in New York. So like anybody who actually had a problem with him probably doesn't have money. So like he's chilling in Miami with a bunch of people with money. Yeah. So yeah, you're not gonna find 6ix9ine. Like you're not gonna catch him slipping.
Gotcha.
And so if you do,
it's like that video when they're like, "Yeah, we at the store, we're not scared," but they're like running.
Yeah. Gotcha. So it's like, and then the whole Meek Mill thing, like everyone's security was there, and you're at a nightclub. So it's like, when are you
who's really gonna do something?
When are you gonna catch 6ix9ine? Especially when all the people who really have beef with him are all locked up on lengthy sentences. Yeah. So like, sure, maybe a random fan who just wants clout will kill him because he's a rat.
Because it sounds like,
but that's like you have to think about it. Like
I don't know, man. That's how they caught off, though. No, if you see it, like all that stuff's coming out with like his murder.
Yeah, but it's different because like it's real. 6ix9ine's not going to his hood in Bushwick and just like pulling up to the store.
That's okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. There's just a lot of weird things where it's like, in order for these murders to go unsolved, X, Y, and Z has to be in place, and I think he's making sure that those things aren't in place. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like people know where he's at, people know who he was around. I think he's got to keep some sort of like tab and stuff. Yeah. Like for him to also be so blatant and like disrespect other people. Yeah. Whenever like they die. Right. He just kind of also knows when you're seeing things like Dolph and you're seeing things like Vaughn that it can happen at any moment. Mm-hmm. And the way he says it, it's predetermined. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. There's nothing I can do about that.
True.
So it's like
if they're gonna set me up, they're gonna set me up.
exactly.
Yeah.
And obviously, it doesn't matter how real you are, what all you did. You see what happened with Dolph. No matter how this and that, you see what happened with Vaughn.
Mm-hmm.
It can happen to anybody.
You could even be positive.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's always something that can happen. So it's just like, do your thing, keep on going. Most of it is just like perception, right? It's all the internet. He knows how to work the internet.
Yeah.
So it's like what we see is wild. How is he still alive?
Yeah.
Like, how are most of these people? So many people like Crip Mac literally just has Crip killer on, blood killer on his forehead.
Bro, Crip Mac is crazy.
And that's just a crazy sight to see out in the streets. And that's someone who's not famous. You just see him as a person, and that's the target to get got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's inevitable. Mm-hmm. You can't just keep on being afraid and looking over your shoulder.
Okay.
Because you never know what you could have done to somebody.
Right.
What somebody could have been upset about for whatever reason.
Perceived as something.
Exactly. I mean, the whole King Von alleged murder thing with Marcus Stuckey was just that he was looking at him the wrong way at a party.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
They left and then they came back and like shot it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you could just be looking at someone the wrong way accidentally.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the thing is someone can always try to find a reason why they don't like you.
Yeah.
So you just got to kind of move differently.
Yo, that's why I stopped honking at people.
Especially nowadays. You know how many road rage gun incidents I've heard about lately?
Like, but this was even before. Like, I remember this happened to me when I was like a freshman in college. Like this dude like cut me off like all stupidly, and I was like, "What the frick?" And I like honked, like normally. They slowed down, got next to me, rolled the window down, and started like trying to like talk shit to me, and I was like, and I sped up, and they were like speeding up with me, and then we stopped at a red light, and I was just like, "Fuck."
Why did I do this? Why did I think I was hard?
I know, dude, I was just like,
Yeah, dog. I don't know, man. I gotta chill with that because sometimes I'll get aggressive. Like, I don't really get aggressive, but when I get aggressive,
happens, you know.
When I get aggressive, I'm like, I'm doing that. I'm running up next to you. I'm like running up next to you so I can look at you, be stupid,
Yeah.
and like make eye contact with you,
Yeah.
and just be like, look at me, be upset at you,
Yeah.
look at me. I won't even honk. I'll just pull up to him, look at him, and like just give him the stare. Like, why the fuck would you do some stupid shit like that?
Yeah.
And
but
then
you never know who's gonna just pull out the blicky.
But then when I see. Usually if I see the fear or like it was just an honest mistake.
Yeah, like,
I'm
yo, my bad.
Then I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I get it. It happens. I've done it.
Yeah.
And then I just go about my day.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, dog, I've gotten in some of the luckiest situations.
Yeah.
I remember I was approaching, like, you know, whenever like you about to hit like a feeder, but like you at the perpendicular part and you have that little yield sign. That little yield sign. I was distracted.
Oh no!
I don't know why, but I was like I was like driving real slow, but I was distracted and I kind of was looking to when the car was gonna go, but there was a car in front of me and I wasn't paying attention, and like I just, and I was like, and I look up, and then they like honk at me, throw the middle finger up, and just skirt away.
Yeah,
just skirt away. So I'm like, yo, they had no insurance, they got like no ID, they got like a warrant out. Like they cannot get anybody involved. They're just annoyed that I just hit them.
Yeah.
But it was like a love tap. But I was like, oh fuck, man, I'm gonna have to deal with the situation.
Yeah.
And then they just flicked me off and skirted away. And then another time, back when I just was in the truck, and I was coming out of like a parking lot, and I was like, man, this is way too crazy. I'm gonna back up and go through a different exit. And as I backed up, I was in the truck, so I didn't realize a little ass car behind me.
Oh no!
And I just boop. And then this old lady comes out, and I'm like, oh, man. And then she just looks at it. She's like, oh, in Spanish, like, oh, there's no scratch.
Yeah.
It's fine. Oh, really? All right, bet. And I took off. I just dipped.
Bro.
But I'm like, bro, because sometimes, dog, you don't know what you might get into.
Yeah.
You don't know if someone's going to come around with the blicky. That's why we got to keep blickies in the car. You're allowed to legally just keep a gun in your car.
One of my colleagues, he has a little like a cup holder for his blicky.
Yeah. I'm saying.
I didn't know that was a thing.
We need to start being Texan, dog. The fact that you're not like respecting the Texas culture like that is disrespectful.
You're right, and I'm sorry, but maybe one day. I told you I wanted to be a knife guy.
All right, dog. We're gonna get you a knife, but I think we got what we need.
Yeah.
I think we got a lot of these stories covered. It's been a violent one.
It has. Remember to disrespect your ops.
Yes, make sure that you say their names in songs.
Let them know that it's on site.
Yeah, let them know that you still ain't messing with them even after past the grave.
But don't get set up though. Be
For real,
smart.
don't be caught slipping.
Yeah.
Don't be caught slipping.
Yeah.
Don't ever go to a girl's place. You got to make the girl come to where you at. Always.
You wild. Keep the hot sauce on hand.
Keep the hot sauce on you.
Yeah.
Keep the burner with you.
Yeah. Bro.
Tell your tias that we out here talking disrespectfully.
That we out here, we disrespecting our ops. We don't have ops, but if we did, we would.
But if we did, it'd be the American government.
Yeah. Why not? It's on site.
It's on site.
Yeah.
Leave my taxes alone, dog.
Yo, for real.
And start handing out green cards.
Exactly, bro. We might have to storm the cat. No, I'm just playing. Chill.
On Cinco de Mayo?
Yeah, bro. Chill.
Yo,
No,
we can't change the... Okay. We're going to leave before we get too reckless. Thanks for listening. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and then press that share and go ahead and send it to somebody. And make sure you drop a comment. Let us know what you want to hear us talk about.
Yeah, we are here. We love you guys.
Peace. Bye.